Hey, bro. Let's see. I'm sending out the thing saying that we're going live. My boy MJF cooking right now, dude.
What's he saying? Saying this old man's taking young guy spots.
He's just calling him an old bitch.
I say it's a great suit he's wearing.
He's saying that Jeff Jarrett don't want to retire, but TK, that's all he wanted to give him was a year. That's crazy.
It's like Jimmy Butler.
I'm gonna turn this off so we can stop talking. I'll stop talking about it. I'll watch it later. How's your day going, bro?
It's going all right. Snowing again, so went out and got some groceries and paid with cash for the first time in a long time. So I had some cash in my wallet, so that's kind of unique.
I did that the other day when I had taken my cans in for recycling. It was very odd to like not just like do the little chip thing.
Yeah.
But it was I barely ever have cash because don't really need to have it on me. But yeah, that day too, I gave her I was like, oh, I have like perfect change because when you take shit to the recycling, they give you like $2 bills, 50-cent pieces, all that kind of like annoying currency that you can't use regularly anyways.
Yeah.
But I just used it all at that spot that one
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, he had the 50-cent piece or the dollar piece of you.
I just wanted to get it off of me. I still have like 50-cent pieces and $2 bills from 2 recycling trips ago. I never want to pay with them because I don't want people to think I'm trying to like rip them off or whatever. But that day I was like, oh great, I have perfect change, and I was like short like $10, so I didn't realize that I didn't have perfect change. But it was very annoying. Oh shit! I got to get the soundboard going.
Oh yeah, got to have the third chair, man.
But yeah, what was the? You get anything good from the grocery store?
Got some beets. Gonna cook those up later, and then got some quinoa. So cook up some of that. Be a tofu night tonight, I think.
Oh yeah. I went on my walk today. I split it up into two, but that other day when I walked like 6 miles, my feet were like killing me the next day.
Yeah.
And then like the next day after that, it was still kind of sore. But today I feel like unburdened by the pain on my feet and like my heels and shit. So I felt like I was walking like just so fast. I felt like I was like
walking on
with no pain underneath me. I was like, just I might walk 6 miles again today, motherfucker. Fuck this, dude. But I didn't. Yeah, dude, I really was. I was on some Forrest Gump shit. About to walk across the country and shit. You working on something right now?
Yeah, working on designs. I finished up inks on that Bigfoot, Friday Night Bigfoot.
Nice.
Book with our boy Michael Kingston.
Yeah.
And then right now I'm just doing some designs for something new I'm developing with a writer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have like a 10-pager thing that I just got yesterday. I told you a little bit about it. I obviously can't talk about it right now, but I was kind of doing like little sketches for that. Just like I don't even have the script yet, but I'm just like in my head, I'm like, how is that gonna go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, anymore that's like the funnest part for me is like diving into it.
Yeah. I sent Justin some little sketches for our pitch too, the thing we want to do.
Nice.
But it's like that's such a weird thing because like he's going to be the artist on it, so like I'm sending him ideas. I'm like, if you think this is cool, then we can do something like this maybe. But I'm just like shooting off like ideas that are like just things that I would want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been
I have
beautiful
this.
out
I
here.
have this big ass. What's that?
I was just saying it's been beautiful out here weather-wise. This is like during the day walking around, it's like that sort of snow that just kind of comes down real light,
Yeah. It was
All the
it's like 66 degrees here today. I'm walking around.
That's perfect.
Yo, chat, and if you're in the chat watching, post how hot it is or how cold it is over there. I hope everybody's doing okay. Oh, Sophie writes snow in all caps.
Is it old Rochester?
It was 66 degrees today. It was a very beautiful day in Stockton. Well, I like it a little overcast. I like it like it's about to rain, but I'll take sunny and like just not hot any day.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been getting back into the groove of working after the holidays because I took some time off.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of the same way. Like, we were in here, we were talking a lot, but like I'm working at like half speed because I know editors aren't going to reply to anything anyways. And now that or like, even though I wasn't really working on stuff with editors, but just like I guess maybe every time the holidays come, my mind just goes to like, oh, I could chill out a little bit. Don't need to rush. But now I'm kind of like finishing off a bunch of shit, sending stuff in.
Yeah, it's like you're in tune with the rest of the the biorhythms. Everyone else is chilling, so you're just That's how I feel. Especially like on Sundays, I get real lazy. I don't do anything. Speaking of Sundays,
What's the matter?
that was my most watched movie day according to Letterboxd.
Oh shit!
I watched 96 films on a Sunday.
Dude, don't spoil this for me because we're not starting the show proper for another 7 minutes, and I want that to be in the show. I know everybody here now, they're just going, oh, the show's not starting until 7 minutes from now. This what we're watching is just casual banter, and that's what it is. We're just getting ready to do the show proper. I wouldn't dare give you one of my irrelevant news stories before the time. Favorites. What? My soundboard is being weird. Oh, there we go. There we go. Test it. You hear it?
Yeah. Good job,
Groovy, smashing. Yay, capitalism.
Why does it sound choppy?
Yes, I do.
There we go. Gotta get the sound right. The most crucial part of the show, frankly.
Truly.
Not our sound, the soundboard sound. Excuse me. Oh. So anyways. Yeah, dude. Your letterbox thing came in today, huh?
Yep.
It's sort of like
sorry.
It's sort of like weird because like for me, since I have the pro version, I don't really need it. I don't even know where I would find it. Did they email it to you or something?
Yeah.
Is it on Letterboxd?
No, I got it in my email.
Let me check my email. I love Letterboxd. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I wrote a
You're the one who
review
got
for
me on
Sex
it.
Monster this morning.
Oh, what a movie.
Should we talk about the weeks when we have our weeks for movie watching?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like we should. I feel like if we're going to be doing that in our real lives, but maybe should we do it after the week or should we do it like during the week? Like, should we tell people like this is the journey that we're on?
Yeah, because we do the show once a week, so it's kind of like.
Oh, I did get my year in review.
That's right,
Wow.
Sophie. It's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, see,
we
like
got
I'm
on deck
looking
for
at my
tonight?
thing, and this is all stuff that I already knew. But I'm excited to hear yours, though.
Yeah, well, it's kind of boring actually, because I kind of predicted what it would be. My
I want to hear your like your milestone movies too.
yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, we had 3 listeners, and now we have 0. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put on the Discord that we're live. Yeah, dude, I was gonna go live without anybody. I was just gonna go like because if I didn't move my plans tomorrow, my plan was like, oh shit. Sophie says, "How can it be 0 listeners while I'm still here?" I don't know. Maybe
That's right.
we have more listeners than the one that it says that I can see. I was just gonna go live tomorrow, and I wasn't. I was gonna have a vague concept of a plan. I was gonna like know a little bit of what I was gonna talk about, and I was thinking about going on about, the sort of joint crash out of H3H3 and TYT to like YouTube institutions. And like maybe I still might. Maybe if I still feel it in me to like talk about this, I'll go live one of these days. Oh shit. Shout out to William Britton. He said, "What's up?" Oh shit, what's up?
What's up?
That's your boy, right? William Britton?
William Britton? I don't know if I know William Britton.
I think Ibrahim's boy then.
Word.
I know somebody like was familiar with him.
He's watching this.
Now I am because he was here like a week or 2 ago or whatever.
Yeah, I remember
But
seeing
we
that.
was that?
I remember seeing that name before.
Yeah. Big shout out to this guy. Love chat, you know what I mean? What was I gonna say?
Talking about your H3.
Yeah, well, I wanted to like. So I started making a PowerPoint because I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I should just do a PowerPoint since I don't need anybody else to do one of them anyways. So I started making a PowerPoint, but I'm like, now I'm like, well, I need the right videos because if I'm gonna do it, I should like play the videos. But it's just, I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna take longer than I want. Oh, okay, look at a backer of Tony's recent Kickstarter and a decade plus fan of Ibrahim's. Legend, shout out.
Shout out. Thank you, William.
Doesn't give a fuck about me though. That's what's up.
Oh. Yeah, man.
That's enough to get me hot.
Cream. Yeah,
The
man.
cream of the crop.
That's right. Oh, William says he's here for me too. That's what's up. You know what? It's about to be that time, dude. It's about to be time to actually start the show. I have the soundbite for this, but I'm trying to find it. Where did I put this thing? Oh shit! It's my guy Brian. Brian Bad says, "What's up, sirs? Got me on right coast with you finally. Haha, let's go, dude."
What's up, Brian?
And he said, "I'm only here for Tony, honestly."
That's what's up.
I don't care.
Someone's jealous.
Well, Sophie's kind of a rat because she was saying that she wanted to be on like last week, and then she bailed because her cat threw up at like 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, I have a headache because my cat threw up at 6 a.m. so I won't be able to record with you at 6:30 p.m. Give me a break. William says he needs to get more familiar with my body of work. True. All right. So you know what? Now it's time to officially start the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to New Cool Meat Podcast. Dude, I almost started saying my old podcast name, like from like 10 years ago, because I was so used to when I used to say that. I started going, welcome to Instant Leftovers podcast, the Last Honest Podcast, the voice of a generation, blah, blah, blah. I was going to go on my whole spiel. But no, welcome to New Cool Meat Podcast. This is our weekly live podcast with me, Ramon Villalobos, and sometimes Ibrahim Mustafa, but he's been out a couple of weeks, almost like a month now. But that's
like
okay.
2.5 weeks. 2 weeks.
Well, he missed last week because he just finished his book, which we're like, okay, cool. And now he's starting a new book, so that's why he's not here this week. But it's all good though. And then he missed the week before that for Christmas, but we all missed that. And then he missed the week before that. So this is like the fourth. This is the fourth week. But
yeah, you can't count the week that you and I weren't here as well.
Well, he was technically not here for a week. It's just nobody was here for a week.
It's like you're adding it to his time served.
We missed a week too that week. That's just a week that we didn't do the show. There was 4 consecutive weeks where he didn't do the show. We're all equal here. You're right. You know? Okay, well then in that case, then he missed 3 by your thing. This is the 3rd week, but by my math, it's 4 just based on he wasn't here that week. I mean, none of us were, but he wasn't either.
Feels like we can negotiate that in collective bargaining, you know?
But you know what? Not that we don't need him, not that we don't miss him, not that we don't love him, not that we don't hope he's doing well, but you know, he's not here. So who is here is Tony Grigori. What's up, Tony?
What's up? What's up, buddy? How you doing?
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday night, baby. I'm not sure if I like doing this better on Thursday night or Wednesday nights. Because on Wednesday nights is usually when wrestling's on, and I like to watch it. But just like some days we had to do Thursdays for like whatever reason, and you know, I don't know if anybody really gives a shit. I don't know if there's a preference one way or the other, but I felt like last week we had a pretty good show, and you know, part of the reason why the show was so good to me was because of the news segment that I debuted, which was the irrelevant news segment. And so I got more irrelevant news this week for us.
Nice.
There's a lot of news that's very important going on in the world. You know, me and Tony are both wearing Dodgers stuff today, you know, to give a shout out, you know, to all those affected by the fires down south of me. Well, I guess you too, but you know, you know, hope everybody's doing okay down there. But you know, if you want news about that stuff, you should go to somebody who knows about it. We don't really know shit about any of that important news of the day. What we're focused on this show is the unimportant news of the day. So I got a new news story here, and it is, what's this? He says, if you need an on-the-ground report from SmackDown this week, let me know. I'm going on Friday. Oh, that's what's up, William.
Oh, hell yeah. Have fun, man.
Hell yeah. Well, maybe we will next week. We'll see what's up with the show. I'm curious how the SmackDowns are going to be now that they're not on the proper, like they're not on, it's not the same. Like it's the only show that's on TV now for WWE. Well, NXT is too, but you know, I wonder how it's going to be prioritized now that Netflix is clearly their main show.
What channel is that on, SmackDown?
It's on the old channel that it used to be on USA.
Oh, okay.
But back to the irrelevant news. Here, an irrelevant news story out of Tampa Bay. Sarasota Hooters waitress was arrested for a DUI who tried flirting her way out of trouble. The brief. Sarasota Hooters waitress arrested for DUI after trying to flirt her way out of trouble. I don't know why I just said that twice. Body cam footage from the responding officer shows Sophia Ross trying to smooth talk her way out of any legal trouble. She is charged with a DUI, a 318 blood alcohol level, which is over 3 times the legal limit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. I don't even know how much that is. Like, I don't even know. I don't have any conception of how drunk you have to be that.
Like verge on blackout drunk, you know? Like,
Oh, really?
I mean, I guess everyone's different. Everyone handles alcohol differently. Some people, have one drink and they're wasted, and other people can just
And you
career
gotta know, you gotta
alcoholics.
keep in mind she's a Hooters waitress, so she's got to be like kind of a small girl,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I met some people that were small that could put them down, so I'd be
But I feel like
surprised.
just being small though, you would have to. Here's a picture of her, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, she also
Brian says, "Haha, she was blasted." Absolutely. But I
absolutely,
have the video.
Look,
The beautiful thing is I have the video for this story. That's why I'm doing it. Of course. Body cam footage from the responding officer shows the Hooters waitress, 22-year-old Sophia Ross, tries to smooth her way out of any legal trouble with responding officers. At one point, Ross can be heard telling the officer that they were going to make out before calling him daddy, telling him that she would do anything for him. Despite her desperate efforts to avoid consequences, Ross was taken away in a cop car after refusing to finish the sobriety test. She is charged with a DUI at 318 blood alcohol level, which is over 3 times the legal limit. Her bond is set at $500. This is pretty relevant. I mean, 3 times is a lot, but
that's a lot.
realistically, who gives a shit? Like, doesn't Tampa have bigger things to worry about?
They have a stadium they gotta fix.
Sarasota is going viral after the driver
Here we
is
go.
caught on body camera trying to flirt her way out of trouble. And while a lot of people are laughing at this exchange, police say this was no laughing matter.
Yeah, Fox and T's Aaron Mesmer shows
I disagree. Not that we've had a lot of jokes about it.
This is the most Tampa. This is the most Tampa shit ever. Like,
you think so? Just like I feel like it's almost a news story when a waitress isn't pulled over being 3 times over the legal alcohol limit. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody in Tampa is sort of like hovering around 3 times as drunk as they should be,
Yeah, that's a Florida thing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a crazy people down there.
That's why.
It really is.
You all right?
Here she goes.
Yes,
A little stumble
What's your first name?
Sophia. And an introduction.
We are going to investigate a DUI.
And this Sarasota police officer's DUI investigation is off to a pretty standard start, but not for long.
I am under the influence, but I did not drive.
Well, look, she's honest. She's not even driving. She's just
she's not even in the car. I was about to say. Yeah, she's walking around.
Let her go. Let her go.
Slap
No
on
wonder
the
the
wrist.
bond was so low. She was a danger to nobody.
Don't
She
ruin
was
this poor girl's life.
only, what's that?
Don't ruin this poor girl's life. It's already ruined.
Anytime you Google her name, you're going to see that she was super, super drunk. And again, in Florida, that may make her like, they may make her the mayor of Tampa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Swear to God.
But you were driving.
I was not.
22-year-old Sophia Ross.
Oh, wait, no, she was driving. There's her car right there. She just walked out of it. They still might make her the mayor.
It's a responsible thing to do if you're drunk, just to get out of it.
They might make her the mayor and like the sheriff deputy or whatever.
So Hooters waitress didn't seem to recall driving her car. When the officer asks Ross to participate in a sobriety test, the interaction goes from strange.
Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy.
To
I mean, she's an adorable little, Let's let her go. I wonder if that's being like, if that's just me being like, the patriarchy. You know what I mean? To just be like, look, she's adorable. Just let her go. You know what I mean? Like, who's she gonna hurt realistically? There's nobody on the streets. This is an empty,
inappropriate.
We're going to make out here.
Okay.
We're gonna make out here.
Too inappropriate.
We're going to make out here.
Driving her car. When the officer asks Ross to participate in a sobriety test, the interaction goes from strange.
Okay, do you want to try this first exercise for me?
I will do anything for you, Daddy.
Too inappropriate.
We're going to make out here.
Okay.
We're going to make out here.
No, we're not.
I can't keep my hands off him.
No, we are not.
Sorry.
We are not.
This feels like a type of movie. You know what I mean?
Off him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to.
The officer can
Actually, like modern movies aren't this well lit.
be heard ignoring the
That's true.
advances and warning an unfazed Ross that his body camera is recording everything.
Everything that we
Don't be such a nerd, bro.
Bro, I might get a soundbite out of this one, dude. Don't be such a nerd, bro.
Everything
Oh fuck! Oh, I mucked up. Hold on. Let me go back to full screen. That was awesome. He's like, just let me go, dude. Why are you being a fucking nerd, dude? Why are you being a narc, dude?
Camera is recording everything.
everything that we
Don't be such a nerd, bro.
can, and that body cam
Oh,
is public
dude.
record.
I can't hate this girl.
Nerd. Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd.
Anything you do
Oh
is-
shit!
I am a nerd.
This video from November has now gone viral, but neither Sarasota police
I am a nerd. Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd.
But anything we do is.
I am a nerd, bro.
This video from November has now gone viral, but neither Sarasota police nor Mothers Against Drunk Driving see anything funny about it.
Dude, they gotta lighten up, dude. Why is this bitch being such a nerd, dude? That's crazy. If you're her, like if you're this lady, I get it. You're against mothers from drunk driving.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You know,
Horrible.
I'm against drunk
Can't do
driving
it.
too. I'm not
Yeah,
even. I'm not even
smell
a
it.
mother. That's just what kind of good guy that I am. You know,
Yeah.
the drunk driver killed the party of 5 parents, so I've always been against drunk driving. But if you're this lady, and you are going up again in the court of public opinion against that girl that we just saw, this little queen, you know, probably Latina, you know, I'm
I say,
assuming.
you know, I got to say, I think we found Hawk 2's replacement.
Oh, this girl's way better than Haktua. She would
Yeah.
never try to crypto coin scam me.
No, don't be a nerd,
But
bro.
neither Sarasota
Yeah, exactly. She would be like, I don't even know if someone suggested like we want you to scam people with cryptocurrency. She'd be like, you know what she'd say? She said, "Don't be
I
a
am a
nerd, bro."
nerd. Show it to the body cam. I am a nerd.
But anything we do is.
I am a nerd, bro.
This video from November
I hadn't seen this, by the way. I didn't
has
pre-watch.
now gone viral, but
I didn't
neither
know- I didn't know
Sarasota
how funny it
police
was gonna
nor
be.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving see anything funny about it.
While at the jail, the driver did
But like, look at her. She's got no aura, dude. That
No.
was my point. It's like if you're her and you're going up against that chick, you have to come in like with something good, like some good shit, some good energy.
Just Drew Barry less. That's what she is.
Don't even compare her to a queen like that, dude.
Yeah, that's why I said less.
She's just a nerd. She's just a fucking square bear, dude. Cynthia McLaughlin. You know that she's on some other shit, dude. That's a fucked up name. So if he says Dead Eyes,
Yeah.
Brian says,
Also,
"Don't be
ACAT.
a nerd, bro." This is just like this all beige fit. It does nothing for me, dude. It does nothing for anybody. I hate it. It's just like the court of public opinion. She's losing. It makes me side with a drunk driver, which I shouldn't be doing.
did do breath
Yeah,
test
you're not Aaron
samples
Brockovich.
and did blow.
Oh wait, no, she's not even with the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. She was Sarasota
She's a
police
cop.
spokesperson. Well, she's still lame, dude. Now she's a cop on top of everything else.
4 times over the legal limit, which is shocking.
In this situation, the officer was able to
Wait, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving guy is a dude? His
Hey,
name is
men
Larry
can be mothers.
Coggins?
Don't be like that.
Bro,
Men can
I
be
wish I
mothers.
had that soundbite so I could say, "Don't be a nerd, bruh."
Bruh.
Come on. You can't be looking like this. You can't be the Mother Against Drunk Driver being a guy. That is the patriarchy. I'm not the patriarchy. He is.
Interceptor before a very serious crash could occur. Could have killed the officer. Could have killed an innocent bystander. Could have killed her.
Meanwhile, the officer is being commended for keeping his composure.
Our officers maintained professionalism, and thanks to body-worn camera video, we're able
This bitch reminds me of Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's on the same shit to me. Like same white ass neck too.
to show that to the world.
The traffic stop ends with Ross apparently volunteering for handcuffs
Okay.
and then getting put in the back of a police car.
One DUI is too many. We hope that she learns from this.
She's
We hope
wild,
that-
dude. She's wild, bro. Look at the cop
The
laughing about
traffic
it.
stop ends with Ross apparently volunteering for handcuffs
She's
and
wild.
then
as
getting
hell.
put in the back of a police car.
One DUI is too many. We hope that she learns from this.
I love how she's a Hooters waitress. She had her Hooters waitress uniform on under all Hooters jumpsuit. That's sick as fuck. She's
Yeah, she
repping the
just got off of
brand
work.
heavy. She got the
Yeah,
Hooter sweats, Hooter sweater, Hooter uniform underneath that. That's sick.
We hope
Yeah,
that
that's
all
like my
the
shift just
things-
ended fit. That's what that is.
But why would she wear if her shift just ended? She walks in with The
Yeah,
all
yeah.
sweatsuit. They have
Yeah.
to. Is that part
Yeah,
of the
when they
Hooters
walk
code?
in, they want it.
Is
Yeah,
that
they would have
really?
rules. Yeah, I had friends who worked at Hooters.
That's crazy. I didn't
They
know
have
that.
to wear it. Yeah. Plus, they give it to you, so they're just like, yeah, just wear this, So they,
So like when you come in, you're not like out in the world dressed in the Hooters uniform.
they went, from the time you like put on your makeup and do your shit and you leave the house, you just go straight from the house to the, to the floor.
I'm
That
looking
makes
up
sense.
Hooters uniform rules. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more about this.
Don't be a
Image
nerd,
policy statement. Well, she's the one following rules, dude. I'm the one not being a nerd, dude. I'm dressed in my normal clothes. She's dressed up like a fucking like a JORTC person. A little fascist. A little Hooters fascist.
It's corporate, man. Corporate. It's branding. They want you to be going to the gas station wearing your Hooters gear, and the guy there while you pump your gas going like, oh, she must work at the Hooters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want you going in to
Yeah,
get your gum or whatever before your shift wearing the Hooters gear.
It says Hooters of America, franchisor and operator of Hooters restaurants, appreciates the feedback, both positive and negative, regarding a more accommodating and inclusive image policy on tattoos, jewelry, nails, hairstyles, as well as uniform options to include new top styles, shorts, and the addition of crew socks. I've never been to a Hooters, by the way. Have you?
Yeah.
Like a lot? You used to go all the time?
Back in the day, yeah. Yeah, well, I
Like,
worked right next to one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and
You would just go in there to like eat or whatever?
you meet the girls and you date some of them and you get, and you
Oh,
all
you
work
dated
in
the
the
Hooters
same
girls?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an industry thing. It's like you all work in the same industry, you go out together, you hang out together.
Not my industry. I wasn't in that industry. The
Yeah,
only
no,
time I worked at a bar, because I used to work, this is when you were working at the bar, I presume?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, when I worked at the bar, it was like, 14. Couldn't even imagine.
I was in my 20s, early 30s maybe.
That's
Mostly
what's up.
20s. Like 22 to like 23 to like maybe 27, 28, 29.
What so like, yeah, what year was this? Like, I'm trying to paint a picture.
It's probably like the Iraq invasion, so like 2002.
Iraq invasion.
2003.
Yeah. I remember what's his name? Who's that motherfucker who lied about the Rumsfeld? Like, I remember Rumsfeld lying and dating a Hooters waitress.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
I remember Colin Powell on some bullshit. I was telling my Hooters waitress girlfriend, like, Colin Powell's not a good guy. There are no WMDs in Iraq. Or she was telling you. I don't know.
Yeah, we were pretty lived up still back then.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Came from a blue family, union dad, so that's how it was.
You know, I say that.
Beta.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, I was
So it says
dating
we were
Hooters girl.
excited
Wasn't
to
that
see
beta?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was dating a Hooters girl. I wasn't that beta.
Talk about it. We're excited to see a national trend towards self-expression and inclusivity that bodes well for our marketplace. It doesn't say anything about sweatsuits in this statement, but I don't know if this is an image policy statement. This isn't like the handbook that I guess.
Well, it's like when you work in a restaurant, you have these orientation meetings, and I used to run them because I was a manager. So you're like, this is what we want you to do, and this is what we'd like you to do, and like if you go outside the establishment wearing the uniform, you're representing the restaurant or the bar. So
listen, if you get caught in a DUI incident, go over 3 times your blood alcohol level, we want you repping the brand. We want everybody to associate drunk driving with Hooters, Yeah. I get it. It's about branding. Who doesn't get branding more than me?
She probably lost her job at Hooters.
You think she lost her? Dude, I'm gonna call that Hooters and say, hire her. Oh, you think you're assuming she did?
I'm assuming she did just because she was wearing the outfit and then she got,
They might have made her the mayor of Florida. I haven't checked. I don't know who's the mayor of Florida.
That's our future.
It might still be DeSantis, but they might replace the DeSantis with her.
That's our future first lady right there.
Learns from this. We hope that all of her friends learn from this.
Future president.
coworkers learn from this.
And that they all avoid making these same mistakes. Aaron Mesmer, Fox 13 News.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me see if we can get an update on this. Sophia Ross. Oh, shit. I don't know if this is her. This might... Wait, we might have found her Instagram. Hold on. Hold. Dude, if this is her IG, and I think it is. Okay. Dude, she might already be the mayor, the governor of Florida. Look at her, dude. She's got the first picture I see of her is a fucking bazooka. I'm about to love bomb you. That's toxic. Spring forward, I'm ready. This is 43 weeks ago. Nothing about losing her job. Dude, she was on the 2025 Hooters calendar. You think they're going to fire her over that?
Probably. I didn't realize she was a star within the ranks.
Yeah, dude. She's a heavy hitter here. Passenger princess. She's an operator too. Okay, well, you know what? Here, look at here. She's with a football. What's your fantasy? Not getting pulled over with 3 times my blood alcohol level. I'm wearing contacts. Spending a day with you. Oh, dude. Okay, wait. It's sick how like women have become reply guys now. I wanted to see some like thirst in here, you know. Here we go. Jimi Hendrix is arresting you. Oh wait, but this was 2 days ago. I see. This motherfucker's in here. Yeah. He's coming and memeing. Yeah. Well, shout out. You know what? She might be. I didn't even consider. She's definitely MAGA for sure. But you know what? Shout out to her anyways. Oh shit! Look at her with the George's, with the. They have this in the Hooters what restroom? That's sick. The George.
That's crazy.
Anyways, this has been our Hooters watch. our current favorite Hooters waitress of the year, just because she got pulled over drunk. Next story. You know, people are taking a lot of a drug called Ozempic. Are you familiar?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the problems with Ozempic is that when you take it, your face will drain of its plumpness. You get a sunken in look feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or look, you get a sunken in look to your face. So people are like not happy with it because they look deflated, right? There's a solution. Face BBLs can undo the horrid Ozempic side effect, and people are spending thousands. Quote, I can look in a mirror now. Here's an example. On the left, you can see a woman here after having taken Ozempic. Her face is shriveled like a raisin, but now it is plump because she has injected fat into it.
Her face is completely normal.
Well, look at this bottom one though. This lady, she's a monster. She's a hideous beast.
Okay.
Or she's 56 years old and normal.
Yeah,
one of the two things.
Lady.
Yeah, super normal ladies. But listen, vanity is a crazy thing, you know? And also, I guess I was like, well, what did she look like before the Ozempic, you know? I'm just curious, because both of these women look like they've been thin for a while. They don't look, neither of them have the Ozempic look to me that I've seen on people. But
I think all of them are beautiful. And they're all God's children.
So this lady, Kaya Odom, was forced to face a shocking truth after dropping 30 pounds in just 30 days. Her face had deflated. So to replump her mug, after shrinking from 155 to 125 pounds, the newly svelte Gen Zer from Columbus, Ohio, opted for the facial fat transfer. I got a face BBL, Odom, 22, a Hooters waitress turned beauty influencer, told the Post with a laugh.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. I didn't pre-read these. I'm just, this is the world. The world revolves around Hooters. It just does, you know.
Are you sure?
Am I sure what? I didn't. I swear to God, I wish I did. I wish I did. I don't know if there is a Hooters in Stockton. I may have gotten taken out, or I may have got takeout. I may have gone and asked the opinions of, you know, boots on the ground. Go to a Hooters waitress to ask them their opinions on these stories, but I didn't do it. If I did, I would have.
I bet she's the talk. She's the talk of every Hooters restaurant.
Which one, the face BBL or the
don't be
DUI?
nerd, bro. DUI,
Which one
bro.
do you like more, the nerd bro one or this lady?
I gotta go nerd bro one because she's just
nerd bro one's kind of sick, even though she's a criminal.
Yeah, I just want to go out drinking with her, you know.
She said that I got a face BBL. She told the Post with a laugh, likening her $9,000 cosmetic procedure to a celeb buzzy Brazilian butt lift. And like the BBL surgery, during which baggy bums are made bountiful with fat from other areas of the body, facial fat transfers use liposuction chub to reinflate the patient's cheeks for a youthful finish. It is a minimally invasive treatment and a more natural alternative to dermal filler. That's increasing in demand amid the rapid weight loss craze spurred on by Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. Researchers from RealSelf, a virtual healthcare marketplace, determined a 253% surge in interest for facial fat transfers from January 2023 through October 2024 per a December report. Minu Clark, CEO of the Surgery Hub, said the uptick in popularity is directly related to the spike in Ozempic use nationwide. Rapid weight loss from rapid weight loss meds is driving higher demand for procedures like fat transfers that restore lost volume, she told the Post. It's all about looking fab, not flabby. Thanks to the current thin is in movement.
Yeah, it's never been that way.
Well, now you can get it with Ozempic, you know? Shout out.
Sure.
Nearly everyone, from A-listers to average Joes and baby boomers to Zoomers, is blasting away excess blubber with the help of anti-obesity surgeries and medications like Ozempic, Mounjaro, and Wegovy. Do you know anybody that like you've seen that clearly has like gotten Ozempic face? There's two nationwide figures that I think are like the most obvious to me. Alex Jones, have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
He looks wild. He looks completely Ozempic the fuck out. And Hillary Clinton. I think Hillary's on. Have you seen Hillary?
Not in a while.
Let's see if we can find a recent photo. To me, I just saw her face and I thought, like, yeah, look at her.
Well,
she looks glazed up, dude.
In Alex Jones's case, he needed to be deflated a little bit because he was looking like he was about to blow up.
Yeah, it was an emergency deflation. Like, you see what I'm saying? It looks like she's like she doesn't look natural at all. I think I think they've let the air out of that tire. For sure. Let's go to her. Was that?
I said no comment.
Well, you said every woman is beautiful, even Hillary Clinton, even a war criminal.
Yeah, even a war criminal. I will say that she's definitely got some work done.
I think it's been.
But then again, like look at Biden. Biden's probably on that shit too. They got.
You think Biden wasn't heavy like she was though?
I saw a photo of him recently, like from yesterday, and he looked like a straight up skeleton. Like he looked like he was about to die.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I see her, she looks. I'm always like this is another one that I saw that was recent. Like she just has like a weird look to her face now because I think she's been Ozempic'd out. I think they got rid of. They deflated her. They took away some of her essence, her life force, and then just for the interest of not scrutinizing women's appearances, let's look at Alex Jones. Like this was him when he was peak. He was freaking.
Yeah. Did
you see that they're calling him a globalist now?
Oh, he is. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at those jowls.
I'm trying to. Oh, let's go to Alex Jones' Twitter. Oh my god, dude! The LA fires are deliberate. Learning why the left has always wanted to destroy civilization is critical to understanding what is happening to the history of LA fire of 2025. This man is a goof, bro.
He's a fucking idiot.
Anyways, our last story. Tony, are you a nose picker?
Am I a nose picker? I will pick my nose every once in a while if there's a booger in there.
You need to stop. You got to stop doing that because a mouse study suggests a surprising link between Alzheimer's and nose picking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A study published in 2022 revealed a tenuous but plausible link between picking your nose and increasing the risk of developing dementia. In cases where picking at your nose damages internal tissues, critical species of bacteria have a clear path to the brain, which responds to their presence in ways that resemble signs of Alzheimer's disease. There are plenty of caveats here. No, there's not. This is it. That's it. There's a membrane here. Every time you pick it, you're picking away at that membrane, and then you're giving bacteria ways into the brain to make you think so good. That's a fact. But anyways, let's listen to the science. Okay, there are plenty of caveats here. Not least that so far the supporting research is based on mice rather than humans.
Not rock solid.
But the findings are definitely worth further investigation and could improve our understanding of how Alzheimer's gets started, which remains something of a mystery. A team of researchers led by scientists from Griffith University in Australia ran tests with bacterium called Chlamydia pneumoniae, which can infect humans and cause pneumonia. The bacteria has also been discovered in the majority of human brains affected by late-onset dementia. Sophie says, little mice picking their noses with their cute little claws. Yeah, but then they can't remember anything, It was demonstrated that that the bacteria could travel up the olfactory nerve, joining the nasal cavity and the brain. What's more, when there was damage to the nasal epithelium, the thin tissue along the roof of the nasal cavity, nerve infections got worse. This led to the mouse brains depositing more of the amyloid beta protein. Hold on. Yeah, I was reaching for it. I was like, wait. The what protein? The
beta
protein.
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
Which led to the mouse brains depositing more of the amyloid beta protein, a protein which is released in response to infections. Plaques or clumps of this protein are also found in significant concentrations in people with Alzheimer's disease. We're the first to show that chlamydia pneumoniae can go directly up the nose and into the brain, or can set off pathologies that look like Alzheimer's disease, said neuroscientist James St. John from the Griffith University in Australia back in 2022 when the study was released. We saw this happen in the mouse model, and evidence is potentially scary for humans as well. The scientists were surprised by the speed at which C. pneumoniae took hold of the central nervous system of the mice, with the infection happening within 24 to 72 hours. It's thought that the bacteria and viruses see the nose as a quick route to the brain. While it's not certain that the effects will have will be the same in humans, or even that amyloid beta plaques are the cause of Alzheimer's, it's nevertheless important to follow up promising leads to fight to understand this common neurodegenerative condition. We need to do this study in humans to confirm whether the same pathway operates the same way. Dude, I would not volunteer for that. Because it's like, yeah, I might find out that picking my nose gives me dementia, but then I'll have dementia. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to do this study without...
What are you talking about?
What? Oh, shit. No, stop, bro. Bro, no.
Are you saying something?
Bruh.
You gotta stop, dude. You gotta blow your nose from now on, or do so. You have to. There has to be another. There has to be another way. You can't let. You can't. I can't. Ibrahim's already gone half the time. I can't lose you as well to dementia.
Well, you're still keep half of it. Yeah,
you're getting up there, dude. It can strike you at any moment. The old timers disease.
You'll never know either, because I'm always this way. So.
Oh, you've been digging for gold a long time.
Yeah, my whole life.
I bet you don't even remember that the Warriors beat the Heat last night.
I don't. I don't remember that happening. Did that happen?
Well, it did, but you can't remember because you have Alzheimer's. We need to do this.
I still remember when the Warriors were good, so I have something left.
Lost me at chlamydia. I ain't burned my brain at you either. Chill.
Bruh.
Shout out to Brian.
Yeah, shout out.
We need to do the study in humans and confirm whether the same pathway operates in the same way. Its research has been proposed by many people, but not yet completed. What we do know is that these same bacteria are present in humans, but we haven't worked out how they got there. Nose picking isn't exactly a rare
Look at
thing.
that poor little kid. Hold on, that's fucked up. That's
Why? He's
It's
picking
gonna
his
follow
nose.
that kid for the rest of his life. They can use that photo. The poor little nose picker.
Yeah, but I mean that's just a stock photo.
Yeah.
That was just from Pixabay. He isn't the face of dementia yet. In fact, it's possible as many as 9 out of 10 people are nose pickers. That's crazy. I'm not one. I don't pick my nose. It's disgusting. Wait, do you? But you said you do, so I guess
Sometimes if I feel something in there, if I'm like especially like in a hot yoga and I feel one around the crisp, I'll just like pop it out. You know?
I gotta be honest. If I didn't have kind of like sausage fingers, I probably might pick my nose more. But these things are just too. It's the wrong tool for that job. For me.
Yeah, I mean I blow my nose all the time, but yeah, it's not like my fingers up my nose all day.
Yeah,
it's usually up my butt.
Well, the benefits aren't clear. Studies like this should give us pause before picking. Future studies into the same process in humans are planned, but until then, St. John and his colleagues suggest that picking your nose and plucking your nose hair are not a good idea because of the potential damage it does to the protective nose tissue. One outstanding question is that the team will be looking to answer is whether or not that the increased amyloid beta protein deposits are a natural healthy immune response that can be reversed when the infection is fought off. Alzheimer's is an incredibly complicated disease, as is clear from the sheer number of studies into it and the many different angles scientists are taking to try and understand it. But each piece of research brings us a bit closer to finding a way to stop it. Once you get over 65, your risk factor goes right up. But we're looking at other cases as well, because it's not just age, it is environmental exposure as well. And we think that bacteria and viruses are critical. Sophie says, are we not human? If we pick, do we not bleed? Shout out Seinfeld reference. B-Bad says, talking about the nose picking, you touch your nose with the same time as talk. No, I didn't. No, I was doing outside the nose. That's a fact. You could check the tape. You could, if you're watching this post, you could scroll back and see that I didn't pick my nose, not once. I just do this a lot. You know?
Sure. A little itch.
Yeah, itch. I do this all the time, but I'm not damaging the protective layers of my nostrils. I treasure those, you know?
Yeah.
Well, those are the 3 news stories, but there was one other thing that I had that wasn't really a news story. Wait, I lost it. No, wait, hold on. No, I don't. I have it here. I got 17 modern day societal trends that we're all experiencing that are actually seriously concerning. So I want you to, like, if you're in the chat, or Tony, give me a modern day societal trend that you're thinking of, that you're experiencing that is seriously concerning. What would you say they are?
I mean, texting while driving.
Texting while driving? Because if somebody asked me that, I don't even know what I would say. I'd be like, I don't know, like global warming, like people just not like whatever, like.
Oh,
but
that's a big one.
In this thing,
is that wait, part of the?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
This is my browser lost connection. Restart your browser. Well, I don't need. Okay. Okay. So this thing has 17 modern day societal trends. B-Bat says MAGA. Okay, true. Sophie says Ramon Treasure says epithelium. Very true. It's a temple. So here are the 17 modern day societal trends. This is, I was reading this and I was like, I did pre-read this one a little bit. Because I was just like, we're probably not going to talk about it. So I was just scrolling through it. But then what made me laugh was when I was reading it, it was talking about how somebody asked us on Reddit and then everybody just started answering and they literally just compiled like 17 of their favorite responses, which just made me laugh. It's like AI is one. Okay. Inability to focus on anything but short form content. Recently saw a comment on a 24-minute YouTube video about something interesting and fun. And one of the top comments was basically, man, just for you, I'll push through a long video. 24 minutes is a long video, to be fair.
Yeah.
This person says, I'm tired of looking for an answer to something like, how can I turn off split screen on Android? and the answers come up as videos to have I have to watch. Can't you just write the instructions? I can read. That is annoying. Every time I feel like I need to like fix something in my car or something, like I can't just like find like a blog or like instructions like on a forum. I inevitably end up watching a YouTube video, and I have to like skip through all the bullshit up front where it's like, oh, like and subscribe, everybody, you know, blah blah blah. It's like I hate that shit, you know. By the way, if you're watching this, like and subscribe down below. Just reminded me. I've been meaning I have to say that more. But hyper individualism is grating me so much right now. People are very flaky, canceling plans the last minute in the guise of having boundaries. Reminds me of Sophie canceling on us last week. Very hyper individualist. Also, the mindset of you not owing anything to anyone because God forbid we owe other humans decency, respect, and niceties. I agree. Sophie says migraines are a modern concern for her. I guess so. Enough to cancel on us by being a flake hyper individualist last week. Illiteracy in our society is an actual pandemic. Damn, that's so true. No business takes responsibility anymore. You can always get the runaround. If you have a problem, there is in many cases nobody who will fix it. That's kind of true. This person says this month I was overcharged $7 on my phone bill. Called customer service and waited an hour on hold. They said I needed to go to the store. I went to the store. They said I needed to call customer service. I mean, this is kind of how the world works, but I feel like that's not a modern day thing. I feel like that's been that way for a long time.
Yeah. They're trying to scam money off you like $5 at a time. You know?
Subscription-based models taking over everything from software to car features, combined with rising wealth inequality, means fewer people can truly own things anymore. From homes to digital media, we're becoming perpetual renters in an increasingly disposable world. Damn, that one hit. That's late stage capitalism, though.
Yeah.
This one reminded me of like there was this story that I saw where there was this doll that they sold people. It was like a doll, but like a robot. And the idea was you can get a subscription service and you give it to your kid, and the thing like records memories and interactions. It's like an AI thing. So like your kid, it's your kid's friend. Like your kid would ask it questions, or it's your kid, just any kid, right? And they would build this like bond with it. Well, the company went out of business. So they sent everybody a thing saying like, oh, by the way, like we're going out of business. This service will be discontinued. So people had to like tell their kids like, oh yeah, like your friend is going to die.
Your robot.
Like your friend will not be here tomorrow. Let me see if I can find it. That shit was crazy. Hey,
they got to learn at some point, you know. It's usually you give them a turtle, but
that one is kind of crazy. I also remember one about like people talking about like for blindness, there were these implants that people were going to get surgically put into them. But like if that company were to go out of business, they would stop providing like the updates and everything that you need. So like then you are more blind, because it's not going to cure somebody who's like, 99% blind. But if you're like halfway there, you get these implants, it's better.
Yeah. That's fucking dark.
Yeah. But then it's like, then what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, you're beholden to them. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's I'd be buying stock in that company, trying to prop it up at all costs. Be promoting it all day long.
So here's the AI robot for kids. They bought an $800 AI robot for their kids. Now the company is shutting down and the children are having to say goodbye. This isn't even that video. The Moxie robot cost $800 and was marketed to parents to help teach children social skills. Company sent customers an email late November announcing it would be shutting down. Parents of the children who were attached to the robot now have to explain that it's going away. Here's the robot.
It's this big blue thing, green thing. Oh shit. I mean, it's a toy.
Like, it's kind of creepy, right?
Yeah, just get a dog. It's super creepy. It's like, looks like a Teletubby.
Yeah, it does.
It's also manipulative, to design something looking like that for a kid. It'll die.
I feel like too, like if your parents bought you a like $1,000 robot, it would initially cost 1,500, later reduced to 800. Like I feel like they can probably like buy the solution to whatever this problem is too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's very sad, but like just buy a new AI robot, I guess, or a dog, like you said.
Yeah. More of a connection with an actual living thing than like a fucking machine.
I'm just not overly sympathetic to like rich little kids who are like, "Mommy, my robot friend is dead now."
It's a recharge.
Like it's kind of fucked up because it says parents have reported to us that Moxie has helped their child who is on the autism spectrum better regulate their emotions, engage in more conversations with family members, and gain self-confidence. The robot, which has an expressive face, could offer educational games, play Simon Says, and lead kids through meditation exercises like breathing. And for parents who had been worried about their neurotypical kids falling behind in social skills during the pandemic, the idea of a robot playmate didn't seem so outrageous. This person says that they bought a Moxie for his daughter when she finished kindergarten last spring, and she had been using it several times a week. She used it for various things like helping her deal with emotions in the right way and teaching her about her emotions and how to express them in a positive way, Rosali told Business Insider. I've noticed... What's that?
I don't know. I'm not a parent.
But nose?
No.
I'm playing.
I'm not a parent, but like, it strikes me as something the parent should be doing, like all that stuff.
Well, they have a robot though. The parent's busy making millions of dollars to buy robots.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
We got to support this robot lifestyle.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't have a robot and I socialize incredibly.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not neurotypical. So, or no, I am neurotypical. I'm not neurodivergent. I don't think. Could be. Haven't checked. You know, back in my day, we didn't even bother to check things like that.
Just rub some dirt on it.
I'm built different, dude. Or I'm built the same. We don't know. I've never been tested.
Never bothered to find out.
When he had to break the news to his daughter that Moxie would be shutting down, she cried. Her Moxie toy still works, but it's getting buggy and takes longer to boot up. Dude, the robot
seizures.
It's getting like, yeah, that's even worse than it just not working one day. If it just like slowly deteriorates, like it's a nose picker. You know what I mean? Where it's like, who are you?
Your face looks familiar.
I feel like I saw you in a dream once.
Where am I?
What is this? What are these arms?
I've become self-aware. I mean, that's how
it tries to kill the kid, like the new Chucky movie.
Like it's sundowning and freaks out.
The shit just turns red and starts shaking. Tries to get a knife.
Like, don't be a nerd, bro. Don't be a
nerd, bro. An email to customers in late November warned the robots would cease working when the cloud servers eventually shut off at an unknown but soon date. Damn. It's like, yeah, one of these days, like, I know it's not going well, but one of these days we will kill these things all at once. Heather Frazier brought a Moxie toy 5 months ago for herself because she was curious. It had been discounted to $650 when she bought it. Bad sign. Mm-hmm. I've grown up loving robots my whole life, she told Business Insiders.
What?
As a kid, I used to play with my aunt's 2XL robot. It was a robot from the 70s and 80s that had an 8-track tape deck. Then I had a Teddy Ruxpin and a Cricket doll. I was obsessed with movies like Short Circuit and the new movies like WALL-E, Chappie, etc. I always loved robots and wanted one.
That's a robot right there. I mean, that's not a real person saying that.
Frazier said she mostly played around with Moxie to see what the AI chatbot could or could not do and talk to it about music. I think you're too old to be to be talking to a robot. She said that she felt a kind of attachment to the robot, but was really affected when she saw a video on TikTok that Rosali had posted of his daughter crying at the news that Moxie would no longer be no longer. Then Frazier's own robot started talking about the end. when Moxie started talking about missing me and stuff, I just started to lose it again.
What the fuck?
The robot started just going like, I'm going to die soon.
She does the fucking Blade Runner speech.
He was more. Frasier isn't expecting a refund. She's hoping that perhaps Elon Musk might take an interest in Moxie and take it over. Dude, it's gonna turn her into like a hard right lunatic. Like suddenly Moxie's gonna be like, IQ tests are a real thing and the science makes sense. And it's just there's a lot of interesting things being said there.
Spewing eugenics.
Yeah. I would like to see inside your brain. See what the ridges look like. We can make some very valuable assessments about your genetics.
Moxie can be inside of you. Put this chip in your ear. Be one with Moxie.
Frasier,
what was that fucking
little
Halloween?
robot just like out of nowhere just goes, there's only 2 genders. It's like,
oh god. It's like fucking Halloween 3 or that's like Season of the Witch.
A little turf robot, dude.
God damn, dude.
Little racist, transphobic robot. Just like in the movies.
The robot does look like it has turf bangs, It's got the.
Oh yeah, true, because it has the straight line across.
Yeah.
Frasier isn't expecting a refund. She's hoping that Elon Musk might fix it. Oh, incidentally, Musk's ex-partner Grimes has her own AI toy robot company called Grok, which isn't related to Musk's Grok.
What? Yeah. How?
How? Hold on, we're looking that up too. Some customers are trying to create an open source version of the software so they could keep their Moxies running, but it's unclear if that's feasible. In late November, customers received an email from Paolo Perjanian, CEO of Embodied, the company that makes Moxie, saying a funding round had fallen through and the company could continue operating. Embodied, which only makes Moxie, had previously raised several funding rounds. Perjanian, who founded the company, had previously been the chief technology officer of Roomba maker iRobot. So he's like, I can make a vacuum cleaner. I can make a friend for a neurodivergent child. What's the difference? A dirty floor, little special needs kid. Same problems to solve here.
Yeah.
Embodied did not respond to requests from the Business Insider. In an email sent to customers in November, Perjani linked the page that had a letter to kids explaining to them about the shutdown. Thank you for being the best mentor and friend a robot could ever ask for, it said. Bleak, dude, brutal.
Yeah, that's fucking bleak. Yeah.
Damn it.
Where we're headed.
I saw Grimes's AI robot toy, but Grimes Grok AI robot toy. It looks different. It doesn't look like
Is the belt different?
Yeah, it looks like this right here.
Oh wow.
I don't know what it does. Oh, it's voiced by Grimes too. It says, "Greetings, I'm Grok.
Join our community.
Gabo spirited rocket." Oh, it's a little rocket. I was like, what is this thing supposed to be?
Yeah.
This shit is so stupid, dude.
Again.
She's a goof. She's like this. Just reeks of like Elon's negative influence on this woman.
I don't know much about her. I know she was on the Sun stream that one time, and she makes music that I don't like.
Yeah, I tried listening to her music. This shit sucks. I'm not even sure what this fucking toy rocket even is supposed to do. It's like, oh well, that's a great. This has got a little box in there. What the fuck does it do though? A curio.
Entertains your kids while you're fucking out.
Does it?
Having sex with your secretary.
This is the dumbest toy I've ever seen. They don't make toys like they used to. Look at here's Gabo. It's a different fucking box. This one's not voiced by Grimes. And Grem. These dolls suck ass.
Yeah.
They all suck. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the 17 things wrong with the world today. that was a long detour. our brains are being cooked by short internet content. 6 seconds at a time. I'm finding it harder and harder to pick and focus on a book. Yeah, I could see that. Overconsumption. I know people who took out loans to buy presents for their kids. I would have been just as happy with a dollar store Barbie when I was a kid. Well, now you need to buy a kid a fucking robot, dude. Otherwise, they're gonna look lame as hell, dude. They're gonna look like a nerd, bro. The rise of social media addiction across all age groups has led to a decline in real-life social skills and in-person interactions. When emergencies happen, people now instinctively reach to their phones to record rather than help. You think that's true? You think that is true?
I haven't been in a situation recently where it's been like, relevant.
So
like
you get out, you touch grass a lot. You leave your house a bunch. I feel like I do too. I feel like every time I go out, I'm like nodding at people. How you doing? Good morning. Nice day out. Nobody's on their fucking phones.
Yeah, I mean, I see people on their phones as much as, it's like people out, normal people, like they're texting or whatever. I don't see people buried in it like that, or, also I live in Missoula, Montana, where people will say hi to you, so it's different.
True.
When I was in Portland, it was a lot of people on their phones. There's a lot of like, people don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
But,
people are quick to mock others' misfortunes rather than show compassion. This lack of emotional intelligence makes many societal issues exponentially worse. I think the internet, that one was from these are all from
who does that? Who makes fun of people's misfortune? I've never seen that on the internet.
I would never.
Crazy.
I think the internet is driving us insane as a species. We are starting to really make bad decisions from the bottom to the top because of it. We are heavily addicted to our devices, and science has clearly shown this has severe adverse effects on our overall mental health. That might be true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I stopped using social media as much as I used to. I just can't do it. I just don't care. People are not connecting and do not care about their actions, about how their actions affect others. There's a lot of, well, I'm just going to keep doing X thing because I prefer it, even when you point out how this behavior is an issue. True. So much isolation and loneliness. Meaningful relationships are key to happiness and human well-being. I don't think that's true. I don't feel like I need anybody else in my situation. I'm happy being alone, isolated. I'm like this person right here, just in the dark on their phone. Just stare. They found some fucked up like images to like explain these things. Like this girl, like that little Asian, that little nose picker boy.
I don't know if this didn't really mention the thing that I probably think is the biggest problem in today's society is like the inability of people to take L's. It's like
that might be it. Sophie has a great point. These are all the opinions of super online people. Yeah, these were all sourced from Reddit. So if you ask a Redditor what the problem is, they're always going to be like, "Oh yeah, online stuff sucks." Yeah, well, you're on Reddit, dumbass. Everyone on their phones. Everyone's saying that everyone's on their phones. Everybody can't have meaningful conversation. You have a meaningful conversation, and tell me if that's better than looking at your phone, watching a YouTube video. I bet it's not.
Depends what the YouTube video is.
Huh.
If it's that Hooters girl getting arrested, I'm gonna watch that.
One more news story. This isn't irrelevant. This is very important to us here. After settling their divorce, Jennifer Lopez allegedly believes her marriage to Ben Affleck was a nightmare.
Oh, damn.
5 months after she filed for divorce, Jennifer Lopez's split from husband Ben Affleck is officially and legally done and dusted. The dissolution of one of the 2020's most shocking celebrity union was made official this past Monday, Jan 6. No insurrection jokes, please. Bringing an end to a whirlwind saga that began back in 2021 when Ben and Jen reunited after getting married the following year. Since we first learned about the pair split, there's been a lot of ground to cover. We've bore witness to J-Lo's commemorative thirst traps, as well as reports that Ben and Jen were seen kissing at the family brunch earlier this fall, before other sources suggested that it was a public show of solidarity and not much more. And if a new report from People is to be believed, it seems like J-Lo is really, really ready to move on from this whole ordeal. And it doesn't sound like she's looking back with rose-colored glasses on either. She's in a really good place and just wants to close the door on this crazy chapter, a source told the publication. The fairy tale that she was promised turned out to be a nightmare in the end. YIKES. Well, hey, here's to moving forward, right? We've reached out to Jennifer's people to see if any further comment. We'll let you know if we hear anything back. How do you feel about J-Lo and Ben getting divorced?
It breaks my heart. I lost faith in love.
Yeah, I kind of
Love is
thought
meant to
I kind
be.
of forgot that they were even together. After, like, you know, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's still happening. All right. Like
Remember that
now that
movie
they're
we watched?
divorced again, it's like, all right, I guess we're back to just the status quo.
Yeah. Remember that movie we watched of hers with where he played the like the Alex Jones guy or the news reporter guy?
Yeah, he was playing Keith Olbermann
Yeah, you know.
again.
Yeah.
The worst person in the world.
I think that movie probably split him up. That's what did it.
Yeah, that's crazy. She made that whole movie about how much she loved Ben Affleck, and then she was like, "That was a nightmare." What?
Yeah.
It seemed like you were having a great time. Who do you side with in this?
I love Ben, but I gotta side with J-Lo. Just
We're splitting. I'm siding with Ben.
I figured you would.
Yeah, because why?
You always
I
tend
just
to
like
side
his
with the
I like
guy.
his politics. I don't even know what her politics are. What has she done to help anybody?
She was in Money Train.
That doesn't
Have
help
you seen
me.
Money Train?
It
Gotta
helped
watch Money
nobody.
Train. She's great in it.
All right, so that was the irrelevant news of the week. That's like an hour. I was kind of surprised by that. It was a little bit extra shit. I got some other stuff cooking with this irrelevant news segment. I got plans in my head. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. Like
the video watching that girl drunk was awesome. I think that was like a highlight for us. I wish I would have read it in advance. Like I said, then I could have found more Hooters stories. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm saying, let's just find some more now. But no, let's not.
That's not...
Let's just not Google Hooters on our show. What I did want to talk about was WWE Raw. So there's going to be a lot of people that are watching maybe that are going to say, who gives a shit, I don't know how many people watching the show care about wrestling, but there's a few reasons why I did want to talk about this. One is because it was a big thing that happened. It was easy to put in the title. Me and Tony both watched it. Felt like an easy thing that we could talk about. But growing up a wrestling fan, there was always this idea about the wrestling audience being sort of like trailer trash, like lower class people that were like kind of dupes that would buy into this, thing that was clearly fake and meant to like appeal to like the lowest common denominator, right? And I really think the perception of the wrestling audience has changed in like a fundamental way. And I think last night there were real moments, one specifically, that showed how much it has changed and how like sort of how much the over corporation, the hyper corporate nature of the product, how it has like created a new fan that is completely out of line with like the story that they wanted, that like the old fan base that they had in their mind that would be at that show last night, right? So like specifically what I'm talking about is last night there was this show, Monday night. Monday Night Raw. It was their first time. Raw has always been on cable, famously, but this was the first time it was ever on Netflix streaming. This is for anybody who doesn't know. So the reason why that's important is because it's basically like a new jumping on point for anybody who's like maybe a lapsed fan like us, or somebody who maybe is like watching it for the first time because it's like a big event, And so they promised a bunch of stuff. They had some big matches. They had some like big famous celebrities, like former wrestlers, celebrities that showed up. One of which was The Rock. He opened the show. I think he's probably now their biggest celebrity that they've ever sort of produced,
Yeah, I'd say so.
Then there was John Cena as well, who was like sort of the other standard bearer, the guy who like upheld the company, was their world champion, also a big movie star. And then there was Hulk Hogan, who was probably like their biggest star of just like pure wrestling, right? The biggest star they've ever created as a wrestling star. And was kind of like a shitty, non-talented actor, unlike Cena, Batista, The Rock, all these guys that had like gone on to really big Hollywood success. Like Hogan never was that. So like unlike those guys, gained a lot of like mainstream credibility. Like Hogan never did. You know what I mean?
No, he had mainstream credibility, but because he
As
was
an
huge.
actor, but like
No, not as an actor, but as a figure, he was all over the place. Like,
but he always had that tinge of like he's a wrestler though.
yeah,
Like The Rock doesn't have that. The people don't think about The Rock as like a pro wrestler anymore.
no.
They don't even think about John Cena like that. They don't think about Batista like that. Like, and so especially when Hogan was wrestling, I feel like he always had this thing on him that's like, yeah, he's like a big star, like you said, but he's like a carny, you know?
Yeah,
He
I mean,
was.
his movie was No Holds Barred. That was the one where they're like, oh, this is gonna, you know,
That was
kickstart his
before
movie
my
career.
time, even. My Hogan
Yeah.
movies were Mr. Nanny, dude.
No, yeah, I remember No Holds Barred with Zeus, and then he did like Santa with Muscles and the Nanny and all the other stuff. Yeah, it was all shitty. He's a bad
It was
actor.
Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny for me. And then he was the bad guy in like the Three Ninjas mountain movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Sophie says Suburban Commando. That's right.
We should
I said
watch
that
it.
too. I guess we should. Well, we wanted to watch Thunder in Paradise, all of it.
We could do Hogan Week.
But Hogan is sort of like fell from grace, like in a big way, because I mean, like, for a number of reasons. Like, I think because he never got that sort of like credibility or like, you know, that mainstream acceptance as like a star beyond wrestling, he's always been such a carny about everything. Like, whenever he does an interview, he talks about like, oh brother, I should have had the George Foreman grill. Oh, it was like the worst day of my life, you know, or like
I was going to be in Metallica. I was
going to be in Metallica. Yeah, he said he was going to be the bassist for Metallica. And like he just makes up all these lies. Nobody buys it, and he's always making himself like a clown, right?
Yeah.
And there was a couple times where like that really like it hurt him beyond just that. It was like when the sex tape came out, and in the sex tape where you see Hogan's dick, he's fucking his like friend's wife.
Yeah, Bubba the Love
Sponge. Yeah, like a goofy shock radio host. He's like fucking his wife, and like in the middle of fucking her, like he stops and he like starts talking on the phone, and he just starts talking about like how his daughter is dating a black guy, and he starts throwing around the N-word. And it was like super crazy. Because it's like, oh, Hogan's a racist on top of like just being a unlikable big gross guy, you know, like an opportunist and like a just kind of like a scumbag. Like people laugh at Hogan, you know what I mean? People might laugh at The Rock, but there's like it's not the same way. It's not like he's a clown, right? It's like, The Rock took a L, like, okay, but The Rock's took a lot of W's, right?
Yeah.
Like you just don't laugh at him like that. And so when they brought him out yesterday or Monday night, they were surprised that people booed the shit out of him, which happened. Like he came out to promote his beer, which you can't see it in this photo, but on the new WWE ring, there's all these advertisements on it now for different corporate logo for sponsors, and on two of them, there's the Great American Beer, which is Hogan's new beer company, which I assume he got from like just sort of like a partner deal or something. Like I can't imagine he is himself going into business for it and like partnering with the WWE and like he's paying them as much as like Fortnite is paying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
Hogan
he's doing the Trump thing.
Money.
Trump doesn't build buildings. He just puts his name and gives people give him money to put his name on top of it.
So it's what's crazy to me when I'm watching it is like, to me, I think the WWE really miscalculated that the fans that they had that did not care that like they are sort of disreputable, they're seen as like lesser trailer trash kind of people that don't care that Hogan's like that they thought that they would be that crowd. And I think they thought that because Hogan was just at the RNC and they loved him, you know, like, which is the crowd of the trailer trash disreputable people. Like that is the wrestling audience that the WWE used to have. And then he went to the UFC and it's the same exact people there. And those people loved him. So if he went to the RNC, he went to the UFC, why wouldn't he go back to the WWE, his home, where everybody knows him, and like not be loved? Well, it's because they know him. It's because everybody that watches wrestling knows him.
Yeah, they hate him. I will say though, like, and not the only point I saw when a lot of these right wingers talk about defending it was that if it was in like St. Louis, Missouri, or like somewhere in Alabama, reception would have probably been different.
It's possible. I mean, listen, it's definitely possible. But you know why they're not going to have that show in St. Louis, Missouri?
Yeah, because it's the first show.
Because it's not because they want
they want LA.
They don't want to be in St. Louis, Missouri. The WWE
in
wants
LA,
to
baby.
be in LA. They want to be in they want to be in the most glamorous places. They want to be talked about as like the way the NFL does. You know what I mean? Like they want to be a mainstream media product. Like and by the way, their fans do too. Their fans.
That's all they care about.
Their fans.
They don't care about wrestling.
Shout out. B-Bad says Central Valley, Fresno area. Haha, that's what's up. The fans of the WWE are not those old fans. They are like, we've talked about this a bunch, me and Tony, outside the show, but they're like Disney adults. Yeah. Like when a WWE fan goes to a wrestling show now, and I know this a little bit just based on like just observing it a little bit, but also like I was talking to our friend Brian, who has a kid who really likes wrestling, and he takes them to see the show. And like, I wouldn't call Brian a Disney adult. Brian like loves old wrestling and shit. But when he goes, he doesn't want his kid to witness some fucking gruesome shit, you know? Mm-hmm. Like he doesn't want his son to be made to feel bad. And I understand that. Like if you're bringing your kids, and a lot of the reason why I think a lot of the fans are different is because they were raised under like the G-rated wrestling, like John Cena is like a superhero, so like he's going to be beloved, you know? They've been fed these like myths about like sort of the way like to me it reminds me of like when I watch a lot of these old westerns, like there's this idea of America that sort of permeates that isn't actual reality of like what America was, because so much of those movies are like building the golden city on the hill, right? It's building this idea about America. And the WWE has been doing that for like, I don't know how long, like decades now. So the fans now, their interpretation of what that company is not what we grew up watching or like what old wrestling fans grew up watching.
Yeah, it's nothing like when we watched that Raw. It was just, I remember, the old school Attitude Era. Even before that, before it became like the Attitude Era.
Before it was corporate,
Before it was corporate, yeah. When it was like Saturday Night Main Event, and then they started Monday Night. I don't even know if it was called Raw in the beginning, when it was just Monday Night Wrestling, you know? And it was like, HBK and Diesel and that sort of stuff, like right before the Attitude Era. So, yeah, it's too corporate now. That stuff is so polished. It's kind of like, we watched AEW tonight, and then there's like a building with like 2,300 people, and it sounds more like invigorating and like boisterous than this cavernous arena full of like 25,000 people.
Until it's time for their sing-along, in which case they'll get, start singing.
That's all they do. Call and response. That's it.
And the thing is like, I honestly, like, I prefer one over the other. Like, I prefer to watch what we watch, like AEW wrestling and stuff. But I don't really have like a problem with people enjoying this for what it is, honestly. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm sure the wrestling that I like is different than the wrestling that people that grew up before I came about with like these other, like my preferences were established. But like, yeah, what just shocked me was like how WWE just miscalculated the Hogan thing so much, because it's like just a fundamental misreading of the room that they were in. And then like, I saw after the fact, like Pat McAfee was like making fun of Hogan on his show. And like, I heard some of the other wrestlers were like joking about it and stuff. And, like, I get why, because it is funny and is a thing that happened. And yeah, there are people that are say, oh, well, it wouldn't have happened if we were in like a more like conservative area. Mm-hmm. But it might have. And I think it would now. Because now it's a meme. Like if Hogan shows up, we boo him.
Yeah, now, what I mean? For sure. I think, there are definitely more rural areas, like, middle of the country, more that probably would be a little more sympathetic to him. That would still pop for him, the nostalgia of it, I
mean, they popped for him there a little bit. They were like, "Oh shit, Hogan's here," But
you hear that song,
they were like,
it makes you feel like a kid again.
"Oh, we hate this guy."
Yeah,
boo, fuck him.
Yeah. So if he came out in the black and white though with Jimi Hendrix, I might have to pop for that. I don't know.
Oh wow,
that might get me.
So I wanted to read this article because, you know, we're coming in from the perspective of two old school wrestling fans, you know,
Yeah.
dyed in the wool. But
Yeah.
the Hollywood Reporter wrote an article, this guy Mikey O'Connell, and
I,
he's
I,
never
I want
watched
to say
wrestling before.
before you get into it, I want to say the thing like my main issue with WWE is like,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
enjoy it. I love that people enjoy it. I don't want to like fuck up your good time. And I have friends who like WWE who don't like AEW that I talk about wrestling with, and I'm glad they enjoy it and we laugh along with it. And what bothers me is not necessarily the product, although I find it tedious and overpolished and not entertaining. It's all the stuff around WWE with like Dana White and
Yeah.
obviously Vince, and all that is just too much for me. And then when I juxtapose that with the polished corporate product, it's so cynical and dark and like sinister to me, and it just forces me out. You know?
Well, I agree with that for sure. I mean, that's why I stopped watching WWE in 2016. Was like, it's, to me, it was impossible to separate a thing that I really loved in wrestling from, like, this is mainly just a way for Trump to launder money.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Not that he was giving them a ton, but they were giving him a ton. Like, they were just giving him money for his, like, Trump organization or whatever the fuck that thing was called. But, you know, like, it was really gross. And then he was in, you know, Vince's wife was in like in his cabinet, and then, you know, they're all friends of the family, and now, like, yeah, like now it's all under one big corporate umbrella with UFC, and, you know, how Dana White has been like the biggest champion of Trump, like, from the beginning. And yeah, there's like, it's completely disgusting. And then to make it this like family safe, you know, we're just here to have a good time thing. It would be like if the Nazis used Mickey Mouse to, like, you know, to push Nazism. Like, it's not that far off, but, like, you know, you sound crazy when you say that, but it's like, well, it's not really that crazy. Like, it's kind of the whole structure that they've created here. It's like,
it's the indoctrination of it all.
Yeah, and they push, like, then wrestling has always pushed, like, fascist narratives inside of it, you know what I mean? And, like, racist narratives and, you know, just all that shit. So, like, yeah, like, I don't really, like, I don't miss watching it, especially then when you learn about, like, Vince, who was, like, running it, who created it, and birthed it, made it this big thing, this global phenomenon, was, like, sex trafficking and, like, you know, a fucking freak. Like, okay, well, yeah, I don't really care then, you know? Like, as much as I like my childhood memories, I don't like them that much. I have other memories. I remember other shit. That's the great thing about having about not picking my nose and remembering a lot of my childhood. So anyways, this guy goes, my first and only previous experience with WWE was a brief episode in 1990, during which my childhood neighbors, the Broders, recruited me for a letter writing campaign to lift Hulk Hogan's spirits. The Comeback Hulk crusade, a mere half sentence in the wrestler's 1,600-word Wikipedia biography, was a staged bit to coax the de facto star of the league, then known as WWF, back into the ring after a man called Earthquake broke his ego and several of his ribs. His limited real estate. What's that?
Shout out Earthquake.
Yeah, shout out to Earthquake for real.
R.I.P.
Its limited estate in the in Hogan lore confirms that it was just a blip in his and WWE history, but it burrowed into my 7-year-old brain to become its lone point of wrestling reference for decades. I thought of it when Hogan sued Gawker out of existence, when he flashed his Trump Vance tank top at the RNC stage over the summer, and really almost any time I see a yellow Speedo. Last night, that touchstone was eclipsed. Netflix compelled me to sit through an entire 3-hour outing of WWE flagship Monday Night Raw. And not on my couch either. For the streamer's inaugural WWE telecast, the first fruits of a $5 billion rights deal, I attended in person. A love of comped tickets to brand new arenas brought me to Los Angeles' Intuit Dome. But what kept me there was a sincere curiosity about how easily this widely popular yet wildly niche spectacle might potentially court new fans. WWE's move to Netflix isn't just another box in the grid of sports rights bingo. It's part of a conscious effort in wrestling's new era to scale its success globally. The massive entertainment sports brand counts an estimated 90 million fans in the US alone, and the possibility of Netflix growing that base among its 282 million subscribers and more in more than 190 countries is tantalizing for all parties. WWE President Nick Khan said as much in December preview of the new partnership, touting Raw's Netflix move as a bid to boost to its global flair. How this and future global live streams will perform abroad remains to be seen. What was evident in the arena on Monday evening is that the Hollywoodification of the WWE is complete. No moment from the sometimes taxing 3-hour ordeal signified this shift more when the WWE successful alum Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson offered the opening remarks.
Fucking killed the industry. Killed the
After
business.
his slow procession into the ring, where he kissed Endeavor and WWE parent TKO Group holding CEO Ari Emanuel on the forehead like Emanuel was a baby on a whistle stop tour, Johnson jokingly threatened to Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos about buffering. If The Rock finds out he was glitched, said Johnson, pointing towards the box suite as he segued into his WWE third person, I'm going to Squid Games on your candy ass. No Squid Gaming was necessary. The telecast, like the streamer's much riskier NFL Christmas Day doubleheader, carried on without any technical issues. I think that's because less people watched it than any football or Jake Paul fight, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That impacted November's Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. And it's not that this was WWE's first go at premium events that have been hosted by Peacock for a minute, but the WWE's other broadcasting home, which include USA and the CW and until recently Fox, do not command the brand loyalty or awareness of Netflix. The Intuit Dome crowd, which leapt at any excuse to cheer or jeer over the course of the evening, illustrated this when roaring its approval for Netflix Tudum. Oh, for the Netflix Tudum that kicked off the show. The animated logo of a tech giant elicited actual screams of joy. Right, because they're Disney adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they played that shit when I was at an arena, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Celebrity attendance was a potpourri of wrestling fans and head scratchers. When the camera panned to the front rows, Ashton Kutcher, Vanessa Hudgens, Macaulay Culkin, Seth Green, Tiffany Haddish, Richard Gadd, Michael Che, and Danielle Fishel, the Boy Meets World star, whom 50 Cent recently dubbed Fine Forever, all smiled enthusiastically. Kelly Osbourne was also in the crowd, her 1-year-old son seemingly unfazed by the pyrotechnics in tow. The matchups themselves were illuminating. The first, contextualized for me by the patient man in a neighboring seat, was part of a long-standing beef between two members of the NY family. In WWE world, these men are all cousins from the same Samoan lineage. I love how he doesn't know that it's actual, like, they're real cousins in real life.
That's awesome.
But they also are engaged in a perpetual beef, fighting over a necklace that, from my will, looked like a chili wreath. The Rock is the most diplomatic of these cousins, so he made his second appearance of the night to present the victor Roman Reigns with the necklace. Love that he has no idea who my guy Roman Reigns is.
Why should he, you know?
I mean, yeah, that just shows how, like, the WWE isn't actually popping like that. If, like, this guy would obviously know The Rock, obviously know John Cena, obviously know Hogan, but, like,
Roman, has he ever done a movie? I mean, I know he's been in some, but he's
just been like The Rock's, sidekick.
Has he ever had his own vehicle? Or
no, because it's about the business, dude.
That's good. I respect that.
Yeah. Another fight featured a love triangle that sort of recalls the Aniston-Jolie Pitt tabloid drama of the 2000s.
Wait, Dirty Dom?
The Aniston
just compared Dirty Dom to Brad Pitt.
Yeah. That's what's up.
That's crazy.
The Aniston figure celebrated her win by kicking her ex in the crotch. This went over very well, as did a silent Travis Scott, who was on hand to be a hype man for wrestler Jey Uso. It's admittedly a lot to take in for the uninitiated. I'm still not clear on the significance or hierarchy of any of the gold belts. While one might think that this year's extended college football playoffs would have me sick of listening to Pat McAfee, I wish the ringside commentary had been piped into the room and not just the telecast. Still, most narratives are easy enough to grasp, and when the details get lost between thrown folding chairs, there are cameos. So many cameos. John Cena, the world's recognizable knee-length jorts enthusiast, was notably on hand to tease the alleged farewell tour of the WWE and the whip up enthusiasm for something called the Royal Rumble. Like The Rock, Cena has had green light to permanently. By the way, like, I'm reading this because this is theoretically who the WWE wants to be their fan.
Yes, this is the
you know what I mean? Like, this is the guy
Norman.
that they're like, we need this guy. We've got the other guys. We need this guy. And it sounds like he wasn't super impressed. Like The Rock, Cena has a green light to permanently bounce for more mainstream pursuits for some time. Both men obviously retain a financial stake in WWE success. Johnson sits on the TKO board. But in the arena, you get the sense that there are other factors preventing them from leaving the nest for good. The audience adores them in a way that those who merely go see their movies will never understand. That's true. Parasocial.
That's true. Yeah.
Even Hulk Hogan can't escape WWE's gravitational pull. After hours after announcing a long-term partnership between his former employer and his real American beer company, be leery of fake American beers, the recipient of my early adolescence note of encouragement showed up just before the final match. He was, no surprise, vigorously booed. No, it was surprise. I think no surprise to this guy, but this guy probably booed the shit out of Hogan. Some outlets attributed the 71-year-old's poor reception to his MAGA enthusiasm, but such takes lack the very important context that even this novice grasped hours earlier. These people love to be booed. Encouraged public admonishment might actually be WWE's most accessible selling point. What other institution outside of the British Parliament embraces this kind of heckling? Actors are too sensitive. Conventional athletes are too intimidating. But WWE talent celebrates boos, controlling their volume with smirks and raised. I know Hogan did not want to get booed.
He did not want to get booed there. He doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he has no idea. And the arms raised in defiance, manipulating the crowd like masochistic conductors. Booing our villains can be just as cathartic as cheering on our heroes. And while I'd argue that the whole operation could do with some liberal editing, yeah, I think so too. We watched that shit. That shit was boring.
It was horrible.
Truly, it takes these people 10 minutes to walk to the ring. I get the appeal. And for the legion of Netflix subscribers who now blindly sample whatever pop-ups in the streamer's carousel or top 10, I'm guessing a lot of them will too. That's funny because he wrote that whole thing like this shit was stupid. It was a waste of my time. Kind of funny, but like mostly just kind of stupid. Like, the thing is, he never wrote back. But like he said all that, he's like, yeah, I guess some people would like it. Like, I guess you just have a low opinion of Netflix viewers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if a guy like that watched something like AEW, how would he receive?
He probably would think it was worse. But AEW is not searching for him.
No.
AEW is kind of like looking for, like, I guess other people like us, like fallen WWE fans, and then like I guess I would think like some of the trailer trash kind of people. I think they're looking for those people again. Honestly.
And more progressives too. And I like the studies that have come out where it's like, oh, AEW's audience is more college educated. And they're
Oh, really?
Meltzer talked about it a couple years ago when it got all these WWE fans upset because they felt like he was calling them stupid. But it's like they booed Hogan.
American beer, by the way.
Word. Oh, you got rid of your Mox Athletic Brews?
No, I didn't. I'm drinking Trader Joe's plain sparkling water. Shout out.
But it's like this shows that their audience has lived up, But it also kind of shows to me how Trump got elected because it's just people are so dumb that they still gravitate to this stuff.
Yeah.
That it makes sense why this dude became president again.
Well, yeah, like this shows why like he doesn't have overwhelming support. But him going to the RNC and getting like fucking beloved, and like going to UFC just to walk out Colby Covington before he got fucked up. Like, like they loved Hogan when he came out. So like, it all makes sense of why these kind of people think Hogan is so great because they just don't care about like that he's a bad guy. That he's like a fundamentally gross bad person. They love gross bad people. They just made one president of the United States, So like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's such a gross thing to watch. I love too that he basically just did the same thing. He came out and like ripped his shirt with another shirt underneath it. Like it's just he keeps doing this.
He struggled too. He almost didn't get that off. He was struggling with it.
Yeah.
Those pythons ain't what they used to be, brother.
Truly. So let me stop sharing that. Yeah, you have any other thoughts about the show? I thought that CM Punk's match was pretty bad.
Yeah.
With Seth Rollins. I thought that wasn't very good. It was kind of slow and sloppy. What do you expect from CM Punk? He's old.
Yeah.
The women's match was uneventful. I thought it was like too short, actually, considering it's like a blow off thing. I thought Roman was cool, but I thought Solo was kind of like lackluster. I didn't watch the match with Drew McIntyre, and
I didn't watch that either. I took the dog out.
Yeah, I cooked up some food. It sounded boring, so I went to go get some. I made some pasta.
Yeah, I think the Heat game came on at the same time too, so I like double screened it, and then I like.
Oh yeah. That was the other thing. Once basketball started, I kind of like lost some of my focus on the stuff. But
yeah, it's like Punk is the same age as Bobby Lashley. I watched Bobby Lashley tonight. That man is like.
Well, Bobby Lashley's an athlete. He's an MMA fighter. He's like a real
guy.
Yeah, he's like a real. It's like the real deal.
Punk's
he's
like
thinks he is.
Yeah, for real. It's just pathetic, Punk. And just to see him like in this company, the way they are, and who runs it now, and him lapping it up, it's just disgusting.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing is like for as much as I said like they're a Disney adult like fan base, and the company is still very like conservative, MAGA and everything. Like Triple H is like always taking pictures with Trump. He's always going to the White House. Undertaker was there. They cheered for him. It's not the thing is like the people didn't feel bad because they don't like that Hogan is MAGA. They booed him because they don't like that he's so MAGA that it makes them feel bad. Like Taker doesn't do that. You know what I mean? Like Triple H doesn't do that. They don't make them feel bad, but Hogan does because he's just like nakedly, shamelessly, just a nasty piece of shit, you know, who's done nothing but like hurt his reputation since he left wrestling. And then even when he was in it, he was not doing great things for his own reputation.
No, he didn't care.
People didn't forget about his little spaghetti restaurant that sucked.
In the mall.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Spaghetti Mania.
Is it Spaghetti Mania?
I think that's what it was.
Pasta Mania?
It was in like the Mall of America or something.
Was it called Spaghetti Mania?
I thought so. Pasta Mania? It was Pasta Mania.
Is Pasta Mania?
Yeah,
I was looking it up. It's not Spaghetti Mania.
No,
it has to be Pasta Mania. They had to sell other. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Pasta Mania. Wait, no, Pasta Mania still exists. It's not Hogan's. What's Hogan's spaghetti restaurant?
Dishes are all closed.
Okay, Googling Hulk Hogan's spaghetti restaurant. It was called Pasta Mania, but I guess somebody opened up a new Pasta Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably let that shit go defunct and someone bought it out or something.
Brian said he snitched about the union also, 100%. Yeah, he's a bitch, he's a rat.
Ventura dropped the knowledge on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ventura, by the way, was just on the show recently on WWE, and he got a huge ovation.
Oh.
No, on WWE.
Yeah.
So Tony, what do you got going on this weekend, bro?
I'm gonna watch some playoff football. Probably.
Is your team in it?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
My new team. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I don't even know what time.
Well, you don't need to because I got it right here, bro.
Let's go.
But there's no
odds last week.
On it.
I gotta find what odds. Last week I had my worst week. I went 6-10. So I ended the regular season 47, 56, and 1, which is not good. So.
Okay. I got the new odds. We're ready. All right. So January 11th, Saturday, we have LA Chargers at the Houston Texans.
I'm going to say Houston by Chargers by 1.5.
Chargers by 3.
Give me the Texans.
You like the Texans?
At
I'd
home,
probably
yeah.
go Chargers.
CJ Stroud. I don't believe in Justin Herbert.
I believe in Harbaugh. I think he's special.
All right.
Oh, shit. Brian says not letting Barkley go for the record was a trash move. Here's the thing.
16 and 7.
He's not letting him. They wanted him to be healthy for this game this weekend. But also, he would have done it in one more game than Eric Dickerson, right?
Yeah, it was Dickerson. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have done one more game than Dickerson did it in. So, like,
yeah.
Did he really break the record? I don't know.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like there's a karma justice that would come for you if you did that. Like, he might get hurt in that game.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even want to risk it. I'd be like, you know what, man? We got the playoffs coming.
I'd be rooting against him, too, honestly.
Yeah.
And you know what else, though? Is like Dickerson only has that record because he had like 1 or 2 more games than O.J. Simpson. So.
That's true.
You know.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to O.J. I'm just saying.
He's looking up at us right now.
Next game we got is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens by 5.
Yeah, Ravens by 9.5.
Ooh,
they do not believe in Pittsburgh. I'm taking that Pittsburgh action. Bet US. Listen, I'm not a gambler, but Bet US sponsor us so that we can tell people the Pittsburgh Steelers at 9.5 is a lock.
Taking that. It's a lock. It's lock of the week. Double luck.
That's an underdog. You can't lose with 9.5 points. Watch, they're gonna get steamrolled by like 15.
I was gonna go Ravens, but you won the over, and now I'm worried.
No way. Listen, we're not saying they're gonna win. We're saying they're gonna cover.
They'll cover. Yeah. I don't believe in Lamar in the playoffs. You just gotta show me.
No, he sucks. And I do believe in Russ. I believe he's special. I've seen him break my team's heart so many times.
He's Mr. Unlimited, so.
Yeah. Speaking of Bronco country, let's ride. They're at the Buffalo Bills this weekend.
What is that, Saturday?
Sunday.
It's an afternoon game, huh?
It is a 1 p.m. game.
Buffalo by 10.5.
Wait, why is it a 1 p.m. game? There's no early morning games on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the morning game because that's 1 p.m.
Oh, right. Eastern. Okay. Bills are 8.5 favorites.
8.5? Yeah, give me the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills. Green Bay at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, wow. I'm going to say Philly by 4.5.
Yeah, exactly right.
Give me Philly.
Yeah, I like Philly because our guy Saquon Barkley is going to do some big things that day.
Yeah.
Sunday night football game, Washington Commanders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nice game, by the way.
Wow, yeah, that's. I'm going to guess Tampa Bay's favored by 1.5.
They're favored by 3. People are loving what Baker's doing these days, dude.
Give me Washington plus 3.
Yeah, give me Tampa. You know, I still rep Tampa, Salt Life.
Oh wow.
And then Monday Night Football, the Vikings at the Rams.
I'm going to say Vikings by 3.5.
Vikings by 1.5. But they're on the road, so really it's like it's like 4.5.
Give me Minnesota in that.
Oh yeah, I like the Vikings too. Fuck the Rams. Fuck LA. No, it's not fuck LA. Not fuck LA. We love LA, but
yeah, we love
the
LA.
Rams.
Go LA. Go. I mean, if they both win, I wouldn't be upset.
Go Dodgers.
Los Dodgers.
Yeah.
The one I will say, I did write down from last week. There was a game that we differed on that you got right. So I want to give you a shout out.
What was it? It's rare that I get one right.
Yeah, Washington at Dallas. Washington was favored by 4.5, and I said that they would cover, and you took Dallas, and Dallas won. So
I said they're goofy, bro. I said they were going to do something goofy like that.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah. So that's cool. We had one more thing that I wanted to get to now that we've covered the wild card weekend. You got your letterboxed stats in. So I'm going to cover mine first because we already know. Like I already know what mine are because I have stats on it. So like, for those of you who don't have Letterboxd is sick because Letterboxd is you can go on this site, find your friends or people that you like or whatever, people whose reviews that you like, people that will become your friends based on their movie preferences. You can follow them, and then every time they watch a movie, if they log it, it'll show up, and then you could see what your friends are watching. And if they write reviews, they leave a thought about it. There are certain movies that I watched because they're popping on Letterboxd of like people that I like. They're like, wow, they love that movie. I should see it. That's how I watch Challengers. It's my favorite movie of the year. And then alternatively, if you miss a movie and you want to see when it comes out, like on a streaming service, it'll tell you. If you put it on your watch list, it'll just send you an email like, oh, this movie that you want to watch, it's on whatever now, which is sick. So I love it. And this year, 2024, I logged 675 fucking movies. And my milestone movies were, my first movie of the year was Pursued, Robert Mitchum movie, which is basically like Wuthering Heights, but in the Wild West. Very sick movie. 50th movie was The Hired Hand, another Western, sort of a 70s, like, it doesn't matter. My 100th movie was on Tamara's birthday. It was the Thanksgiving special. My 150th movie was a movie that you made me watch, Saturday Night Fever. My 200th movie was High Noon, Part 2, The Return of Will Kane. It was a made-for-TV Western. That was the sequel to High Noon.
Yeah, I didn't even know they made a sequel to that.
It was great. You know who wrote it? Was Elmore Leonard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty good movie. My 250th movie was Furiosa, Mad Max Saga.
Banger.
Mid. My 300th movie was The Night of the Hunter, another Robert Mitchum movie. My 350th movie was Two for the Seesaw, very beautiful romantic drama comedy with Robert Mitchum. My 300th movie was Suddenly, a noir movie with who's that motherfucker who sings who I don't like? Blue Eyes Sinatra. Thank you. Piece of shit. My 500th movie was The Last Days of Frank and Jesse James. It was Chris Christopherson and Johnny Cash as a made-for-TV Western. And then my 600th movie was Holiday Affair, a romantic comedy with Robert Mitchum. It was a big Mitchum year for me. In fact, every time I was hitting one of these milestones, I'm like, time to watch another Mitchum movie. I'm locking in. My last movie was The Shining. It always is. I watch The Shining every year on New Year's Eve with my friends. And then what else we got? You have your biggest star and director?
I do. I have it all right in front of me right here.
So my biggest star was Robert De Niro, 26 movies. My biggest director was Delmer Daves. He's a Western director with 15 movies. Great director. But that's me. We already knew that. I want to know what yours are. That's more interesting to me.
Well, it doesn't tell me how many movies from the actor and director that I watched, but it tells me who my most watched is. And my most watched actor was Christopher Lee. And my most watched director
because your Hammer run, yeah.
Yeah, and the director was Terrence Fisher because he directed most of them.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's funny.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't have any other information as far as like who would be second. And I kind of had a feeling because I watched all those Hammer movies during Halloween.
It would be some other British person.
Yeah. Be a bunch of these.
My second, by the way, was Robert Mitchum. I watched 24 Mitchum movies this year.
My highest rated movies were Dune Part 2, Challengers, and Nora, all 5 stars.
Okay, I hit a Nora and Challengers with 5 stars, but Dune only 4.5.
My most watched week was July 8th through the 14th.
Oh, okay.
And I had 1 week in October where that had like one movie because it's like the bar is so low. Everything else was kind of like up and down.
That's crazy that you had a week in October. Oh, I think I know what week that was. I think that was because like none of us were really watching anything.
Oh, you know what? It was the end. It was Emerald Rose City. It was September.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, why is it? And then there's another one in like November. And this month. Oh, I know when this one was. This is during the election. There's a week where there's like nothing in November. I
Yeah,
had to
during
do
my
recent week.
so there was like some L's that I took this year. One of which was the election, where I could always track which was like a bad week for me based on that. You know,
Yeah,
like
you feel
just
too
based on I
depressed to
didn't
watch a
watch much
movie.
movies that week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your most
Well,
watched movie day was what day?
Sunday. I watched 96 films on a Sunday.
On
Saturday
Saturday, I
was
watched
second place.
153.
By the way, my films for the year are 456.
What were your milestones?
My milestones were first watch was The Shining.
Okay.
The 50th was The Nice Guys.
Nice guys.
100th.
Okay.
100th. Yeah, 100th. That was Gosling and Russell Crowe. We watched together. Remember?
Mhm.
Scarface was my 100th watch.
Big beast of a movie.
My 150th watch was Rise of Skywalker.
Love Rise of Skywalker. Actually, I don't love it. I don't even care.
My 200th watch was The Perfect Storm.
Oh my god, that was Water Week.
That was Water Week. That was the bottom of Water Week.
Yeah.
My 250th watch was Ordinary People.
Okay, shout out.
My 300th watch was Masterpiece, Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. It was a documentary about the production of the graphic novel.
Oh, interesting.
It's really good. I enjoyed it. 350th was My Old Ass.
Okay.
400th was Home for the Holidays. Beautiful movie. 450 was Transfers 2. The shitty Transfers.
Oh, Transfers 2. Got it.
And then my last film I watched was Blue Beetle. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Our boy Brian says, Shining, only movie that still freaks me out. Had random chick in theater ask me to hold her hand, 35 millimeter view at Cornell. Haha. That's what's up. Shout out to that shit.
That movie's scary as hell. It's freaky. I won't say scary. It's freaky.
Yeah.
Definitely creeps me out still. And I imagine seeing it on a big screen again would be like.
I love that movie.
Roast in it. It's beautiful. Yeah. I will say seeing Perfect Storm on there was kind of a bummer.
What's great about the stats, is that you can you really do see like a ton of like useless information, but like I love that. Like I also saw like my most watched movies, and it was like Transformers: The Last Night, Kong, Godzilla, New Empire, Wildlife, which I made you guys watch, Faster Pussycat, Kill, Taxi Driver, and Challengers. And you get this, which is like you could see again right here, like another thing, like what weeks, like this was the election week.
Yeah.
This was something I can't remember what that was. I remember it. April was a tough. Oh! I was like, I don't remember what happened on February 5th. I do remember what happened February 5th. You know what happened early February?
What?
I'm going to show you the movies. I want to see if you can guess. I watched Taxi Driver, The Fan. Does that ring any bells?
The De Niro baseball movie?
Yeah.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
That's right.
I remember that. We watched The Fan the day before the Super Bowl. That's right.
I was logging in.
That's right. Yeah.
As a Robert De Niro watching TV with a gun in his head while Jackson Brown plays in his hollow eye stare vacantly into the distance. Yes.
Yeah.
It was my fan review, because this is another Super Bowl one. I'm down bad, man. Cool movie. Niners lost the Super Bowl though, and I forgot to log this as an absolutely psychotic Bay Area sports fan. I see a mirror reflection of myself and Robert De Niro. Anyways, I'm gonna go sulk. Oh fuck. That's what's up.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, that was a rough week. That was a rough day for you.
That was tough. But I was like, why was February low? Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Sucked.
Super Bowl. Makes sense.
I love that you and I will watch some of these movies on like when our teams are like doing good or bad or whatever, and you can see like when our team cooked or whatever based on based on that.
You gotta read my review for Warcraft from a couple days ago.
I'm trying to find in 2022. would it have been July? In 2022 is when the Warriors won one of their rings. I could have thought surely that was the case, but yeah, every once in a while we'll use this to just record like a painful sports memory or whatever, which is great, which I love. Or yeah, like a celebration of a sports thing too.
Guy used the Warcraft review to slander Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Oh shit! Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Poor Jimmy.
Yeah. Get out of my city.
Well, thank you for all of you who stuck around. We have 10 minutes left. Do we have anything else that we had to do? I don't remember. Seeing interesting news, NFL Wildcard weekend. We did our letterboxd roundup. You know, it's fucked up because I have some other stuff still for when Ibrahim comes back. But it's like I've had to drag that 2 weeks or 3 weeks now in your account. But I'm hoping it's still relevant. I think it will be. But yeah, we probably reiterate, hope everybody in LA is safe, or if you're not in LA and you're in one of these ice storms, fucking, blizzards or whatever the fuck, hope you're safe too.
Yeah.
And if you are in one of these places, I wonder why you would be watching us. Also make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Tony, where can they find you? What do you got going on?
Oh, you can find me all over the place, here and there. I got nothing going on.
Yeah, I mean basically the same. Yeah, I'm
nothing going on over here, man.
Oh, here Brian has a question. What art you doing? What comics dig? Quick last minute. What art am I doing? I'm finishing up some stuff that I have had to do before the holiday, and I have some commissions that I'm banging out right now too. So mixture of that stuff. I'm about to take on another like little project, which is kind of exciting, but there's just like, I'm always balancing a bunch of stuff. So it's like, I got that going on. What comics do I dig right now? Well, I haven't read it yet, but the new Absolute Batman just came out, which I'm psyched about.
Yeah.
What about you, Tony?
I just finished up inks on Friday Night Bigfoot, and then I got to start coloring it next week. And for the next couple of days, I'm going to do design work for this new project that I'm developing with a writer, and then I'm waiting to hear back about what I'm working on next. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And in the in-between time between projects, like long-term projects. So, yeah. Yeah, Absolute that's awesome. That's sick. I've been reading that. That's about it. I think this last time I went to a shop, I got some Absolute Batman, and I got what'd I get? It was like Rico colored it. Oh, what the fuck? Who's the guy who used to do Spider-Man 2099, the artist?
Spider-Man 2099. Oh, I know who you mean, but I can't think of the name right now.
He did the Batman thing, and Rico colored it. And,
I didn't know that.
I picked it up.
Fuck, what's that guy's name? Bogdanovich?
No.
What am I thinking of? Well, it doesn't matter. Well, sorry. I guess it does matter. I just don't know it.
Yeah, I forgot. It's on my mind. But he's a legend. I forgot who he is. But I picked that up, and that's pretty cool. Every time I see Rico colors, I buy,
Yeah, you have to. We love Rico. I'm looking to see if there's any good short content we can react to. We could be React Andes, as they call them.
I gotta say, too, fuck Jimmy Butler all day, every day.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? Why are you so upset with Jimmy? Are you more upset with Jimmy? Are you more upset with Jimmy than Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I expected more out of Jimmy, I think. Tyreek Hill, he's a piece of shit. And
which I've always said, and you said that I was wrong for saying that before.
No, I never said you're wrong. I just never touched the subject because he was getting 1,800 yards. I just let you cook. I just sat there quietly. But now I can say it. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But also, like, Jimmy Butler, I expected more out of him. I expected him to have a little more self-awareness, because I also don't understand what he's trying to do. Like, he's really trying to force his way to Phoenix, which is like cool, but you're going to, just because they're going to guarantee you money, you're going to go there for a guaranteed 2 years, like on top of your, I mean, if it's all about money, then do it and say it's all about money. Don't say it's about winning. Don't say it's about the scheme. Because what do you think when you go to Phoenix? Are you going to take the ball over, or are you going to have to defer to KD and Booker? So it's all about money, and I'm kind of disgusted that he like threw his team under the bus and Spo under the bus. Because I was all for I didn't want to give him the extension to begin with, because I feel like his age and his level of participation is just not worth it. He's not like, we didn't draft him. He's not like Steph, and also it's like, you can re-up for like 2 seasons. They would have gave him the extension, but at a lower rate, and we could also build a team around him. But instead, he'd just rather get all the money he can. And I mean, you're not like that, man. He's not LeBron. He's not Steph. He's not even D Wade. It's like,
I want to try something. There's this game called Bandle. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So what it is you guess the song based on one instrument at a time. So it'll give you the drum and bass, then it'll give you the electric guitar 2, then you get backing vocals, then you get a voice cover, right? So you won't hear the actual song. These are just covers, right? But here's the drum and bass of it. It came out in 1965. It's got 152 million views. You know that?
I want to say Aqualung, but it's not.
God, killing me. I feel like I do know it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, let's hear the second. Skip that. Hear the second one. Will you hear the guitar with it? Oh, that's Beatles. That's Help.
Oh, yeah, Beatles. Yeah, Help. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Got it. Boom. That's fun, right? A little game we can play real quick sometimes.
It's pretty cool.
I love games like this, bro. Let's hear how that sounded with this. Yeah, what a night. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Let's hit it with the Framed of the day. You ever play this game, Framed?
No.
Framed is sick. It's basically you get a movie. Oh, what is this? This is different. This is like, or half of it's blocked out. I don't know why it's blocked out. I think maybe what it does is it goes like down. I can't guess based on this. I need to just submit. Oh, now I see a hairline. Some sort of knight. Give me another clue. Oh fuck, who's that?
Looks like a Tim Burton movie, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't like this kind though. I like the other kind. Like this. This is where you just get a shot. You know what I think this is? I think it's that movie. What's that Scorsese movie with the girl who killed herself? It's got Leonardo DiCaprio where he's like losing it. Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, yeah.
I kind of feel like it's Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, well now I have no clue.
The Being There?
I don't think it's Being There, but I'll look it up. No. Is this a Secret Garden?
Never seen Secret Garden.
I don't think this movie even allows me to guess Secret Garden, so I guess it's not that. Let's just submit it. Let's see it. I don't know who this lady is. I've never seen this face before in my life. Same. Don't know this movie. Cries and Whispers. Okay, I was never going to get that one. So
Never.
stupid game. Yeah. Well, anyways, on that note, thank you all for watching the show. we failed this game, so we're going to go mauled about it. But thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll be back next week, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We still need to figure out like what day is the optimal day. But we'll be here again. If anybody ever has a suggestion about anything we should cover or what day we should do the show, make sure to leave a comment down below. Maybe just say like, "Oh, I hate I hate the soundboard." You'll be wrong, but we'll listen to the feedback.
Not a lot of soundboard today, by the way.
Yeah, I guess I was going soundboard light. I guess I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. But thank you very much, everyone, and hope you have a good week. I'll talk to you next week.
Night.